Well, hi, how are you today?
Just fine.
Good. I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
I'm Roger Sutter, owner with my wife of Pop's Pop-Up Shop. Been in Pontiac since '72, and this just became
It's kind of popped up on you. Huh?
Right.
How long have you been here in Pop's Pop-Up?
It'll be 2 years in October that we bought the building, but we really didn't get it going until, I'd say last May or June.
Okay.
And it kind of grew from there. Originally, we just bought it for storage in a workshop. I make some pipe lights and pallet furniture and different things, and recondition some things. And we ended up basically just getting more and more of the vendors that wanted to put their stuff somewhere where they didn't have to pick it up every night and take it with them or fight the rain if that was the case. So I think we started out with 2 or 3 friends of ours that were vendors. And right now we have 11.
Wow. I'd say that's pretty good in a year's
Yes.
time. And you are packed full of good stuff.
Well, it seems like when we get down a little bit on items, somebody's always dropping something off at the back door.
Can you add this to the
Yeah.
stuff?
And our vendors, they're free to come anytime they want to and bring things. And we may show up here in the morning and with the stuff piled by the back door that they have dropped off. So
Don't really know where it came from sometime, huh?
well, usually most of them mark their stuff pretty well.
Oh, that's good. So what inspired you to even think about turning it from a workshop into a retail experience, other than the fact that you had a bunch of stuff and friends with a bunch of stuff? Was that the motivation?
That was primarily it. And I have to give Kath credit for, she is a great organizer and stager and stuff. And along with her and one of our good friends that was in business, Hollyhocks, Elaine, helped get us started and get us on the right track as to how to display things and, how to promote and everything. So it just kind of grew from there. And in fact, Elaine was probably our first vendor. So since then, it's been growing.
What are your hours?
Right now, we're 11 to 4 on Friday, Saturday, possibly Sunday and Monday. We have one of our vendors that will man the shop on Monday, and we have some people that will man the store on Friday and Saturday, either with us or if we're not here. So
Okay, and you also have a Facebook page, so if somebody wants to check and see if
Pop's
you're open.
Pop-Up, yes.
Okay, yeah, so that if you're going to be open, we can find that information
Yes.
on
Yes.
your Facebook page. So most of the stuff you have is antiques and collectibles.
I would say most of what we have is, I would call it glorified garage sale. It's stuff that people get rid of, but it's too good to go to the dump. And if somebody can take it and refurbish it or make something different out of it, we have a lot of crafty people that, are here. Well,
I've seen you recraft a few things.
and I enjoy doing it, and our daughter enjoys doing it too. She was home for the virus teaching from our back room, and she helped me with quite a few projects up here, and she really enjoyed it and got into it and made herself a light and a table and different things. So
It's been a family affair, huh?
well, it was for 4 months.
Well, it's good you had something to do to keep you busy, right?
Yes.
So some of the custom stuff that you've done, people can purchase that all here as well. And do you take custom orders if somebody has an idea of
Yes.
something?
Yes, I have. I've made I made uh, custom coat racks. I make custom lights. Our first third Saturday, I sold quite a few of my lights that I had made out of old barnwood, um, old lumber that I found out in the timber, pipes, just anything that I can put together and come up with some unique designs.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the third Saturday market?
Uh, it was kind of an idea that Kath has been interested in for a long time. She thought that third Saturday would be a good time right in front of the third Sunday in Bloomington. You get people on Old 66 and traveling. And so we put the first one together for June 20th in about 2 to 3 weeks and had a tremendous turnout. A lot. It met and exceeded our expectations. And
It was the talk about town.
we had a lot of good comments. We had the food truck was well accepted. Ice cream licks on 66. They were quite busy, and it's I think time that people were just wanting to get out after being shut down for so long. And since it was such a success, we planned the next one for July 18th, and we have even more vendors. The fee for a vendor is a donation to the Pontiac Public Library.
What a great cause.
It supports the community, the library, and the library was pleased with our first turnout, so hopefully they'll be even more pleased with our next one.
Mm-hmm. I just see it growing every month, every month, because there was a really good turnout for your first one.
Yeah.
And as long as we have great weather.
Yeah, I guess unless we run out of space, we might have to.
We might have to talk.
Well, we could do that. But we can fit quite a bit in here if we organize it just right. So everything. So, we're hoping that the second one goes well. We've got the one planned for August. Also for the third Saturday, and since you said there may be some things in September, we will be having one in September, and I don't know how far out we'll push it, possibly October or depending on the weather.
Sure.
And the participation and everything. So
I know you've been a resident here since 1970s. Did you say
72?
What was so this might be a stupid question, but when you thought about doing this, what about Pontiac made this place to do this in?
Pontiac or this building?
The Pontiac, to be here in Pontiac.
Well, this is where my job was, and Kathy's teaching job was here when we first moved to Pontiac, and I worked for a local co-op for FS for 32 years and retired, and I do part-time crop adjusting for Country Financial, and this was just something that popped up to
literally there.
Yes,
that was a great name.
Well, you can thank Kath for that, because we tried to get the concept of a pop-up shop once or twice a month or just every so often. But we found that people really didn't grasp the concept of pop-up.
Okay.
They did not know what a pop-up shop meant. It meant pop-up whenever, but they didn't.
People wanted a little bit more.
Yeah, people just
steady
didn't quite fit that
something.
in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I can understand that, but and the reason for the building is we drove by it so many times, and we shopped here for antiques when we first moved to town, and it just was a unique old building, as maybe a little disrepair, but we tried to fix the front up and get everything looking a little bit better and improve, the street here. And
it's a great location right
yes,
here
it
on
is.
Howard Street.
Yes, the first weekend we were open in May 29th when they took the virus off or quarantine off partially. We had people from 2 different states and 5 or 6 different towns, and they were from Quincy, Litchfield, Rockford, Indiana, Bourbonnais,
just another day in Pontiac.
East Peoria. I mean, it just brought a lot of people out, and all they were is they wanted to get out on the road and go somewhere and see somebody.
We're glad that we've got a good reputation across the state, because we typically see visitors from all over the world. Obviously, that's changed a bit right now, but it's nice to see that some of our local neighbors are coming and spending time here too.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot more people on weekend outings or just get in the car and take off for a short period of time this year instead of the long vacations, because of the uncertainty of where you're going to end up or where you could possibly be quarantined, or where you could
I agree.
or where you could, possibly not find lodging or anything else. So I think the small towns attract people more than the cities.
Yes, I think we have a great advantage to where our location is.
Yes.
Pretty central to a lot of.
And right here on 66, and it's a major tourist attraction, and Pontiac's done a wonderful job of bringing tourists in, thanks to you.
Well, thanks to people like you, you make my job easy.
So
I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, and I'm looking forward to working with you on your third Saturdays and seeing what we can do to help build that up a little bit for you.
that'd be great.
And anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I just, like I said, I'd like to thank Kathy, my wife, because she is the organizer and the stager, the decorator, the ones with the creative ideas. I can create furniture.
You're the muscle.
I can create furniture and lights, but I cannot
do everything.
I'm not good at
does.
coordinating things together.
Well, you guys have done a really great job, and I think it's, a great addition to our antique scene here, and I really hope that every year, you guys are out here and able to pop up.
And we did have the participation of the businesses along here for Third Saturday. Elaine's on the corner, Brad's Antiques. He had vendors in his parking lot. And I understand the store will be open for the next third Saturday. And so it went over well, and it included everybody on the street.
If people have any questions, they can check out your Facebook page for the most
Right.
up-to-date information.
Or
if they want to be a vendor, is there a way that they can contact you or stop in here?
probably the best way is either on Facebook or my cell phone number, Gmail.
Okay, well, yeah, what's your email address?
Pop's Pop-Up Shop Pop's Pop-Up Shop LLC at gmail.com.
There you go.
So,
Well, thanks. Have a great day.
you too.